Hey guys, we are back with another video. This one is from History Hit. It is the incredible history of 8 London streets. So this definitely is more of a history lesson, maybe more for me than for you guys. But I do like learning. Uh, well, I enjoy learning, and I enjoy learning history especially. But yeah, I will link this video in the description if you guys are interested in checking it out yourselves, or if you want to see some more videos from them. I might end up checking more of their stuff out myself, and I will also link my Patreon in the description as well. I just added like 4 or 5 videos over there. Um, Today, which by the time you guys get this, it'll have been, let's see, I'll have done that Friday, this past Friday for you guys. So I'm sure by the time this video airs, there'll be some more stuff, or getting ready to be some more stuff on there too. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started and see what it's about.
Founded by the Romans almost 2,000 years ago, London is a city teeming with history. There's been everything from rebellions to regicides to executions to fire.
I've selected 8 of the capital's most historic streets where London's grisly past really makes its presence felt. Let's go!
For 4 centuries, Tower Hill was where nobles imprisoned in the Tower of London here met their gruesome ends. The street hosted its first public execution in 1381 when the Archbishop of Canterbury, Simon Sudbury, had his head hacked off by a mob in the Peasants' Revolt.
The last was the beheading of the Scottish Jacobite rebel Simon Fraser, 11th Lord Lovat, in 1747.
But there's more to Tower Hill than gory spectacle. One of the oldest parts of the city, it was the site of a Bronze Age settlement and is also home to remnants of the London Wall, built by the Romans to protect the city around 200 AD. Cute couple alert.
Part of the old Roman road to Colchester, Whitechapel Road has long been associated with the Whitechapel murders, attributed to Jack the Ripper.
That's what I thought of when I saw Whitechapel.
In 1888, the body of one of the first victims, Martha Tabram, was found stabbed 39 times in the street's George Yard building.
Around the same time, Joseph Merrick, known as the Elephant Man, was displayed here as an attraction in the back room of a shop and later moved into the Royal London Hospital opposite.
In 1936, Oswald Mosley and his British Union of Fascists were blocked from marching along Whitechapel Road during the Battle of Cable Street. The road's Blind Beggar pub is also famous as the spot where both the Salvation Army began in 1865 and where, 100 years later, the notorious gangster Ronnie Cray shot rival George Cornhill.
The ancient heart of the UK capital, the City of London is brimming with history, and Cornhill is one of the most important thoroughfares.
At one end sits the neoclassical Royal Exchange building, once a hub for city traders. At the other is the Christopher Wren 1667 St Peter upon Cornhill Church, which claims to occupy London's oldest Christian site, dating from 179 AD.
Running off it, Change Alley was the site of Jonathan's and Garraway's coffee houses, where the city's original traders started in the 17th century. The former was the first place to post share and commodity prices in 1698, while the latter was the first place in England to sell tea.
Just south of the river, Tooley Street gets its name from the now demolished St Olaf's Church, itself named after Norway's King Olaf. In the 11th century, the future Norwegian monarch helped England's Ethelred the Unready against the city's Danish occupiers by pulling down nearby London Bridge with his longboats.
In 1861, the Tooley Street fire devastated the area. The blaze took 2 weeks to fully put out and led to the establishment of the capital's public-run fire brigade. In 1921, it was Ernest Shackleton's polar explorer vessel Quest, which was refitted here in Hayes Wharf.
Famous residents here have included the romantic poet John Keats, who lived nearby while studying medicine, and George Orwell, who slept in a Tooley Street doss house before writing Down and Out in Paris and London.
Not exactly a street, but this London thoroughfare oozes history from every pavement crack.
Dominated by the 52-metre Nelson's Column and flanked by the National Gallery, home to myriad old masters, the site was once prowled by cave lions, rhinos, elephants and hippos, according to excavation work. More recently, it's been the site of political rebellion. In 1848, the Chartist riots for social reform started in this square, and suffragettes were planting bombs here in 1913 and 1914. Anti-nuclear, anti-apartheid, anti-poll tax, anti-war and even anti-lockdown demos have all followed.
Whitehall takes its name from the Palace of Whitehall, where Henry VIII lived, died and married both Anne Boleyn and Jane Seymour. Charles I was headed outside its banqueting house, which is the only part that survives after fire destroyed the palace in 1698.
Sir Robert Peel set up HQ at number 4 when starting his police force in 1829, and the premises later became known as Scotland Yard. Synonymous with UK government and home to numerous ministries, Whitehall has been a target for terrorists over the years. In 1991, the Provisional IRA fired mortars from Whitehall onto the adjacent Downing Street, one of them exploding in the gardens of number 10.
Below ground.
I didn't know that. Of course, I guess I was. When was that? When did she? Well, I was either young or not born yet. I think I was probably pretty young. Um, I was just like watching not too. I like to watch react videos myself, and somebody was reacting to the Cranberry song "Zombie." And they were kind of discussing the history of what was going on over there behind that song and the bombing and all that stuff. It's wild. It's incredibly sad, but um, I do know, like when I was watching that show The Fall that had Jamie Dornan and Gillian Anderson in it. I mean, it was about them trying to catch a serial killer in it, but kind of the background of it was um, a lot of political tension, and I'm trying to think because it's been a little while since I watched it, but it was kind of like anti-Jewish, and um, I don't know, it wasn't great seeing what was going on there, and it was recent, so. That was yeah, it's sad, and even stuff that's going on here is well, things going on in Israel, but here it sucks too. Just there's so many things that you think like you're making progress and things are getting better and there's more tolerance, and then it's like you take 3 steps back. It's and so much of it is in the name of religion too. It's sad, but this is awful. I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more about this one.
A network of secret bunkers built since the Second World War are designed to keep the country running in the event of an emergency.
Developed in the start of the 18th century and named after the military commander John Churchill, the first Duke of Marlborough, this Soho Road has been home to peers such as Lord Nelson and scientists such as Henry Cavendish and Charles Darwin.
Forget what this style of building is called. I've seen it in several videos, and there are some here in certain areas, but I love that style of building. I just think it's so cool.
Philip Morris, which owned a factory here in 1881, named its Marlborough cigarettes after the street. Number 20 and 21, now a hotel, once housed the Marlborough Street Magistrates Court, where Charles Dickens worked as a reporter and Oscar Wilde stood trial in 1895.
Rock stars John Lennon, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards have all faced a judge here too.
Further west, upmarket Piccadilly has been a major London artery since the Middle Ages. Its name comes from local tailor and landowner Robert Baker, who made his fortune here by selling piccadilles. These were big lace collars which were trendy in the 17th century, and he lived in Piccadilly Hall.
Over the years, this long, wide street...
Guys, I don't know why this went out of style. It's so cool. That image there, this one, it reminds me of I don't know if you guys watched that show. I think it was a Showtime show. um they might have done a second season, but it was just completely different and different people than the first one. But it was Penny Dreadful, that had like Billy Piper and Ava Green and who else? Timothy Dalton and Josh Hartnett. But it was a really, really, really good show. It was kind of like a horror show. Um, but it kind of took place a long time ago, and it just all of this scenery reminds me of that time, that show.
Its name comes from local tailor and landowner Robert Baker, who made his fortune here by selling piccadilles. These were big lace collars which were trendy in the 17th century, and he lived in Piccadilly Hall.
Over the years, this long, wide street has been home to aristocrats, various members of the Rothschild family, and even Count Dracula in Bram Stoker's 1897 novel. St James's Hall, which was demolished in 1905, hosted readings by Dickens and concerts by Tchaikovsky.
Dracula was in Penny Dreadful, guys.
Fortnum and Mason opened in 1705, the Ritz Hotel opened in 1906, and the Royal Academy of Arts continue to provide links to its prestigious past.
So there you have it, London's most historic streets. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to click subscribe.
That was good. I enjoyed that. That was super interesting. I know it was very brief and it didn't tell you a ton about each thing, but it kind of gave you a good idea of what happened where. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed that. I would definitely watch some more of their videos. She was great. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. If there's anything you guys want me to look into or check out, especially history stuff, I'm more than happy to do it. Just comment and let me know what it is. If you want to shoot me videos, go ahead and do it. I like to try to stay around 15 minutes. I try to kind of stay around 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. Just because I think people lose interest. Um, but we'll see. We'll do it on a case by case basis. How about that? And yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, just hit like. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. I put out videos every single day. I try to do 2 to 3 videos uh, on weekdays. Usually I'm pretty good about doing 3 a day. And then also I try to do like 2 a day on weekends. Um, And then also I'm posting usually on Patreon at least once, sometimes multiple times a day, and doing full episodes over there. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys. I couldn't do this without you. Um and yeah, I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.